You know, some days you just have to wonder what's going on. I apologize. We're going to try this again. Another coffee talk because the first one just decided it wanted to go fakakta. The internet didn't die. It was just my syndicator that went. So, all right. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, Christopher says that I'm at the airport. Honestly, I see myself. I'm remoted in. I'm actually running Coffee Talk out of Wesh. So if anything would to die, it wouldn't be the feed itself. It would be my live camera feed into the feed, and it never died. So it was my syndicator that died there. Okay, I apologize. So anyway, as everybody wants to regather and come join us again, I was just trying to talk about Christmas week on the other feed before we were so rudely disconnected. Man. All right. So back to Christmas forecast then, if you're still with us. So temperatures looking to be warm. We were saying that at the end of November, we had put out a long range forecast that had basically discussed Christmas week looked to trend warmer than average. It looked to be a warmer, not hot, but a warmer pattern. And case in point, here's your Christmas forecast. This is what Cam had tweaked around and adjusted. 76 on Tuesday, Christmas Eve 77, Christmas Day 77. Now, I do think that there's going to be a front in the vicinity. Tim, you know your dreams are your ticket out. But anyway, enough about that. We were at about a month early, and this is exactly what is playing out. So, gotta love that. Gotta love when that plays out. So, anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Looking ahead to Christmas week, definitely trending warmer. We can handle that. That's not a problem at all. But just want to make sure that you're aware of it. So, anyway, temperatures are looking nice and warm. It's going to be a beautiful one. Even this weekend, temperatures are looking nice and warm. I think Saturday and Sunday are both getting the check mark. I think it's looking just wonderful. Just wonderful. Look at that. Temperatures nearly 80 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Hey, it's not bad. Tim's asking if I'm flying to Ohio today. Look, until the field goes VFR, I'm not flying anywhere. But no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to Ohio. I'm going to go to breakfast somewhere. We will take the warmer, Deborah says. Yeah, that's okay. That's not a bad way to do it. It's not a bad way to do it. Patrick says it's cold in Vermont. Listen, it's cold everywhere but Florida. Let's look at the U.S. map here. Is that current temps? All right, let's look at the current temps map across the United States, right? Like it's 52 in Orlando. It's 53 in Los Angeles. Wow, you've got us by a degree. Meanwhile, we're in the lower 40s in Sacramento, the 20s in Raleigh, 24 degrees in Washington. Good gravy. It's 18 degrees in Chicago. No thanks. Yeah, not a fan of that. Mickey on YouTube says, I say it once, I'll say it again. Not a fan of the 80s during Christmas time. Well, as long as you know I don't have control over it. So it is what it is. The ghost woman says, I beg to differ. It's cold in Florida. Well, comparatively speaking. Now, it's 48 in Vegas, but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So I don't really know what's going on over there. Andy could do that. I'm not picking the destination today, though. Partner Tim's picking the destination. I told him that he'll fly and I'm going to buy wherever we go. So wherever he chooses to go is where he chooses to go. Don says, too hot in Florida for me. I moved back to New York. I mean, I see buffaloes at 20. Is that if that's your speed, you can have that. If that's your speed, you can have that. Yeah. Millie says, coming late, leaving early. Hubby and I meeting friends for breakfast. Now that sounds like a party. Go enjoy, have fun. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, for today, it's going to be a great day. Here, let's look at Futurecast and get an idea of when the clouds burn off and when things are going to be looking better and better and better. And then we can take this and continue it on beyond. So this morning, of course, Futurecast isn't really picking up on the low cloud deck this morning. Love that. Okay, let's move on. Let's check and see if the HER model is picking up on that. All right, let me pull up the her model here. All right. Her model is picking up on it. Very good. I'm proud of you. All right. So here's the her model. If I can hit the right button. All right. Her model is showing some of the low clouds, kind of clearing that on out through 10 a.m. And then, of course, bringing in some coastal showers. That's fine. We can handle that. And then the coastal showers here or there. Yeah, so it'll be fine once we get these low clouds out of here. A few showers overnight tonight. Lots of clouds overnight tonight. Mostly cloudy skies overnight tonight. And then into Wednesday, there's some showers. Let's move back over to Futurecast. It doesn't do a good job this morning of picking up on the low clouds. All right, that's fine. We can move beyond that. Even though garbage in, garbage out, but that's a minor thing. Let's just see what else it's showing. All right, so Futurecast is going with the coastal showers today. Plenty of clouds for tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, it says. And then there's those showers on Thursday. You see ooh. Now, that's interesting. I mean, according to Futurecast, that's more than a few showers. Futurecast saying, let's go with some rain, like some actual rainsies. Okie dokie. All right. So Thursday, maybe more than just showers. Thursday may get into some heavier rainfall. Could even be talking about some thunderstorms there. All right. There you go. Renee's asking, will it be cold Christmas in Ocala? No. No, we're not looking at a cold Christmas in Ocala. This is like a very weak front, and that's all we're gonna have for fronts until Christmas, basically. Yeah. Betty says sunshine is lovely now. Where are you, Betty? Mickey, thanks. Nautilus. We're having outdoor Christmas Eve. Oh, that sounds fun. All right. Renee, I'm sorry. Did I just break your heart, Renee? I didn't mean to. Matt says I could use a nice thunderstorm at bedtime. I mean, Thursday, 9 p.m. That doesn't look terrible. You know? I mean, when I say that doesn't look terrible, I mean that if you want a thunderstorm, that's what you got. If you don't want a thunderstorm, then there you go. Anna says, oh, have to change the reservation for the parks. Well, understand what is today? Today is Tuesday. That's Thursday. So there's still going to be time to adjust this and look at. Let me go back a little bit. So it really does look like it's going to be an evening deal. Yep, heavy rain sneaking through and then kind of fading as it gets in here. But yeah, 7, 8 o'clock may get into some heavier stuff. Okie dokie, that's fine. Mickey's asking if there's a severe risk. That's definitely something that we're going to need to look out for, right? I'm just checking. The SPC doesn't have anything there. No, it doesn't. The SPC does not have anything there for us right now. But hey, there you go. So you're saying thunder snow? No, Matt, I'm not saying that, you goof. Betty says Nokomis. Sun just became full. Got it. Christmas week, West Coast beach weather. It's a possibility. It's a distinct possibility. Temperatures are going to be hanging out in the nice warm register. In the meantime, that fog's just kind of hanging out. It'll lift. All right. 7-day forecast showing plenty of clouds today, plenty of clouds tomorrow. That Thursday deal may include showers and thunderstorms, and then we'll kind of clear it out Friday into Saturday. Drop the morning lows just a little bit, and then bring them right back up Sunday into Monday. Yeah. All right. Don says it's 24 in New York. No, thank you. Coastal 7-day forecast, because I know, my friends, y'all are going to ask. I know how this works. Notice we've got the opportunity for rain in there today. Notice tomorrow, and then Thursday, certainly we've got that better opportunity for rainfall in there. So don't be surprised if we've got some rain. It's fine. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, anything at all? Are we good? I'm updating right now. I'm updating that fog deal. You have to manually do it. Do that, do that. All right, let me bring this back over. Let me come over. Give me 2 seconds. Hit that button. Hit that button. What is today? Today is the 16th. Yes, all day it's the 16th. All right. Perfect. Okay. Updated fog tracker. And you can see it now that the sun is coming up. It kind of goes a bit inverted, but you can still see where we're at. You can still see where we're at with the low clouds and the fog, right? Yeah. Very foggy. Thomas says on YouTube, very foggy overlooking downtown Sanford. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Nikki's, that's so funny. Tim, Nikki is near Campeche today, hoping she has good weather. And because of that, we drink. Yeah. Andy, how are we looking forward to land on Saturday morning? Cadets are supposed to go fly. Are they? You know, so I've got this little product that I've put together, Andy. Let's look. I've got this little product I've put together. It's in the old graphics package, so you have to ignore the fact that it doesn't match anything else. If I could find it. Hold on. If I hit that button, I hit that button, category. All right. Here we are. So this is when I'm flight planning. This helps me. It's old graphics package. Give it a second. It's got to go pull the data. It's give it a second. It's thinking. I want to go fly on Saturday morning, Andy. All right. Where are we at? So that's Friday. All right. So clearly it's got some low clouds and fog Friday morning. Saturday. At the moment, Saturday looks good. So there you go. At the moment, Andy. It's funny though, looking at the blues on that map of our old graphics package, it's kind of funny to look at like the blue of that ocean and how very, very muted it is compared to the blues of the new graphics package. Like very in your face. But yeah, so at the moment, Central Florida's looking pretty good. I like that. I like now at the moment. I mean for Saturday, right? At the moment, there's a lot of low clouds and fog. Yeah. Terry Ann, of course. At least it's not a hot day. No, it's not a hot day. It's gonna be a pretty nice day, actually. Yeah. Yep. Chris, old package. My eyes, my eyes. I know. I need to put that on the new graphics package. I just haven't done it yet because it's not an on-air graphic. I show it here on the Coffee Talk, and that's basically the only place that it sees the light of day. So yeah, there you go. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, my friends. How we doing? You good? Yeah. Chilly at my house, Carol says. Yep, it is. It is a chilly morning. Listen, uh, you know, the funny thing is like, we can jokingly tease about being grumpy about the chill, but like it is December, and we know that December is supposed to be, chilly. So it is what it is. It's kind of funny though. We got our airplane last December, so we just hit our 1 year anniversary with the airplane. So super, super, super fun. Terry says, I would like to fly again in a small plane. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Tim says, have fun in the Mooney. You know I will, buddy. You know I will. Marie's asking, will we have any frost for the 29th? Just want to make sure I don't have to bring in plants, leaving the 19th for Illinois cold. So for now, the pattern really is looking warm. I didn't like manually do here. I didn't manually do the numbers, but I can do this real fast to just look. Mediagrams. This is I know this is going to be ugly. So this is the raw GFS numbers, and I know it's super ugly. You can very clearly see that those numbers are nice and warm. So to answer your question, no, we're not at the moment looking like any This morning is going to be kind of the coolest of the of the lot. So for what it's worth. All right. Sound good? Sound good? Yeah. Let's see here. 1 year anniversary sounds like a hangar party, Matt. Yeah, we're gonna replace the speaker for the stall horn. We're gonna do some of these little minor things, you know. Terry, enjoy your life as it is a short time. Have fun, everyone. Terry, that's it. Life is short but sweet for certain. To quote Dave Matthews. You know? Yep. I'm loving the cool weather, Chris says. Just got some new teas to brew and excited to try them. Now, that is the epitome of retirement. That statement right there. I love the cool weather. I got some new teas I want to try. That is retirement. That is peak retirement. And Chris, I am here for it. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Oliver, I don't know what to think about that whole thing, Oliver. I'm just going to show up and be safe. That's all. You know, that's all. Brian Keller's asking, when does the next season premiere of the Coffee Talk drive-through, and who's going to be the season premiere guest? Yeah, I guess we'll have to probably do that. We can start that in January, because I'm gonna be on a little trip late this week. I don't even know if I'm gonna do Coffee Talk. It may be one of those trips. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, who should I get? You guys always make, you know what's funny is you guys always make it fun, but I'm running out of like interesting people to talk to. You know what I mean? Like that's not an easy, it's not easy. And also like Coffee Talk doesn't have a budget, so it's not like I can fly somebody. It's not like, you know, so and with the internet and all that fun stuff, like that makes it easy. But how do I who do we've gone with like Wesh Royalty, we've gone with meteorologists. Who's the next group of people? You know? Who's the next group of people? What's the theme for this one? I have to think. Huh. I'll have to think. Sly Stallone just moved to Florida recently. I should fly the airplane to Jumbo Lair and see if I can't get Travolta. Yeah, Tad, meteorologists and planes getting $100 hamburgers. Right, yeah. Jeez. Don, we aren't interesting enough for you. I didn't say that. I just mean like who should. So one that I want to do at some point is, so I bought this airplane with my partner Tim. We are partners in the airplane and we've become very good friends. But the story, and I think I may have shared it with you all, but the story on how Tim and I bought this airplane together is hilarious. And so maybe we'll do a Coffee Talk drive through where we're flying and we're something like that. I don't know. Matt says the Chopper 2 pilot. So the Chopper 2 pilot we've had for a while just left. Broke my dang heart. Chopper Dan the second just left, and I'm heartbroken over it. So we are in the process of bringing someone new on. We've got a temporary pilot who, this temporary pilot is a super, super, super brilliant mind. He's a designated pilot examiner. I was talking to him. We were just talking the other day. Ooh, I'm looking at the windsock. It's a little sporty up there. It's like bouncing around. But the fill-in pilot right now, he's got like 10,000 hours. And what I loved is he was sitting there and he was writing in his logbook. I'm like, how many do you have? And he's like, like 10,000. All logged, all 10,000 logged by paper. Jeez Louise. Andy, do you want to talk to an Air Force colonel? Flew combat, now teaching. I can maybe get him on board. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Terry says, oldie people are always goodies. So many stories. That's true. Let's see here. Well, since you asked, I'm as new as they come, Kyle on YouTube says. Hello, Eric. Hi, Kyle. How are you? Nice to see you. How about Jim Cantori? Hi there. My only connection to Jim Cantori is he dated a friend of mine. That's about all I got. Tim says, how about the new Wesh meteorologist? When we hire somebody, you absolutely know I will bring them on. Absolutely know that. But we haven't hired anybody. And it was funny for those of you coffee talkers that were at the Daytona International Speedway, Ebony. So my assistant news director came with for the Daytona Share Your Christmas. And the coffee talkers were all there yentering it up, and they were drinking their mimosas. They had like a little bar set up, which I'm not going to dive into that. But she was asking them all, if I recall, like, "Hey, does anybody want to do weekend morning weather? Do you want to do weekend morning weather? Do you want to do weekend morning? Because we're looking for somebody." Mickey's guy, Jeff Petrovsky. So I talked to Jeff about it, and Jeff had a very good point. So Jeff sells a weather graphics computer that, when you look at the two, yeah, if you could get Elon Musk, that would be ridiculously cool, Chris. But yeah. So Jeff Petrovsky is a salesperson for one of the weather graphics systems. His clients in Orlando are every station. So Jeff's point, and it was a valid point, Jeff Petrovsky does not want to do Coffee Talk drive-through because he does not want to show favoritism toward Wesh versus any of his other stations. His clients are every station in the market is one of his clients, which is odd. I will say, like the graphics computer that we use that you see that graphic on right now, our main one, they don't have multiple salespeople selling for multiple stations in one market. They kind of spread that out. Whereas the other vendor that does, not that you're going to notice a huge similarity, but like the vendor that does this is Jeff's computer system. Um, and so he has his clients for all the stations. So he doesn't want to show favoritism. So anyway, I have to respect that. I have to respect that he doesn't want to show favoritism for Wesh versus another one. So um, Jeff at the moment is not going to do Coffee Talk. So who else then do we get to do Coffee Talk? We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Who's Marcus Gill? Am I supposed to know who that is, Rabinet? I have no idea who that is. I feel bad these folks can't get this Piper Archer started over there. They've tried for like 20 minutes. Starting an airplane, by the way, is not the easiest thing to ever do. All right, so we'll figure it out. Listen, we will figure it out. We will figure it out. We always do. We always figure it out. It's also a little more difficult for me to do the Coffee Talk drive-through just because I'm in the studio now. So I almost feel like I'm going to have to tape them. I don't know. I have to think about it. Josh Morgan would be cool. He would be cool. I don't know that I could get him. We've chatted very briefly, but nothing significant. I know Brandon. I've got some friends that are storm chasers, but anyway, I digress. All right, people, enough's enough. Okay. So we know this. It's low clouds, some fog. It'll clear on out. We're gonna have a gorgeous day today. Temperatures are gonna climb to 72. We'll get into about 75 on Wednesday and upper 70s on Thursday. Matt says, see if you can get Amanda Holly and talk about flying and education. I know Amanda Holly, and I love Amanda Holly. She's my counterpart at the NBC affiliate in Tampa. She and I talk about flying because there's a woman who loves aviation, does not have her pilot's license. I need to text her and see if I can't get her on here. And moreover, text her and be like, "I'm flying over. I'm going to pick you and your husband up, and we're going to go fly somewhere for a burger or something." I got to get Amanda Holly to fly. Brian. Steve Rondinero, I've got a great relationship with Steve. I should bother him. Yep. Buddy Pittman. Love Buddy Pittman. Great relationship with him. Mark Middleton, I know him not very well. Bill Schaefer, great relationship with him. Billo, haven't talked to him in a minute. Andrea Coudrier, now Andrea Batchelor. I've got a great relationship with her. I've talked to her for a while. We're on the board at Canine Companions together. Those are all people. Chris, I would love to get Danny. I would love to get Danny. Danny's the reason I do weather. Like at the very root of it, it's Danny Trainer. I need to get Danny. Which, by the way, it was endearing when I got the weekday morning gig and Danny texted me and said, congratulations on the morning job, or saying, it was just like, you want to talk about a full circle moment. Like Danny Trainer, the dude that like calmed my nerves when the weather was bad as a child. And it was Danny Trainer that, like, you know what I mean? Jeffrey says, gray? Clear in East Vieira. Well, yes, clear in East Vieira, because if you look at where the clouds and the fog are, it's well west of you. So there you go. All right. All right. Now we're going to go. Okay. All right. We're going to work on some of those names. I'll work on it. In the meantime, that's it. I'm going to go pre-flight the airplane and wait for the skies to clear and make a couple little tweaks to it here or there. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.